Hello guys, so today will be the first part of coding, decoding, logical reasoning, and we'd be doing letter coding today. Now you must have seen this question a lot of times in exams and certain Olympiads. So today we'd be learning how to solve these type of questions and some examples on it as well. So first, you write it like this on your notebook or rough book or wherever you're doing the equation, and you see that what will it be that we have to add to get T to V. So in the alphabet, it is like T, U, V. So basically, it's adding plus 2. Now, for E, we could do the same thing. If we add plus 2 for E, we would get G. E, F, G. And it works for all the others as well. A, B, C, C, D, E, H, I, J, E, F, G, and R, S, T. So we know that it works. Now to do it for children. So now for children, we have C, D, E, then H, I, J, then I, J, K, then L, M, N, then D, E, F, R, S, T, E, F, G, and in the end, N, O, P. So our code for children is E, J, K, and F, T, G, P. Now this was the first example. On to the second. Now before we go into the second example, I want to show you guys something. Now here in this question, P comes before R. So it'll be P, Q, R. So that basically means it's minus 2. But now over here, Q doesn't come before O. And it's OPQ. So it's plus 2. Now if we keep going forward, here you'll see Y is technically before A because after the alphabet ends, it goes to A again. So it'll be YZA, which is again minus 2. So as you can see, it goes like minus 2, plus 2, minus 2. Here also S comes before U, so it'll be plus 2 here. And T comes after R, so it'll be minus 2 because it'll be R, S, T, and here it's S, T, U. So here the pattern is minus 2, plus 2, minus 2, plus 2, minus 2. So what I was trying to say is that the patterns can come in anywhere, in any manner, but addition and subtraction is the main and basic technique to solve these kind of questions. There are other techniques which I will come to in the next question. Now in the second example, G is before H and it's GH, so it'll be minus 1 here. And now E is before S, but there is no related relation that we can see. And even after that, A and K wouldn't have a very much relation. So in these type of questions, we don't go directly. We interchange the whole word. So this H comes over here, this T comes over here, this L comes over here, this A comes over here, E comes over here, and H comes over here. So now if you'll see, G is just before H, so it'll be minus 1. S is just before T, so it'll be minus 1. K is just before L, and so it will be minus 1. Like that, it works for all of them. Z is technically right before A, D is before E, and G again is before H. Now we do it for north. So first we make north upside down, which would be H, D, R, O, and N. And we'll get the answer G because it's right before H, S because it's right before T, Q because it's right before R, because it's right before O, and M because it's right before N. So North's code is G, S, Q, and M. So this is one of the examples of how you solve one of the codes. Now on to the third example. Now in this code, breakthrough is written as EAOUHRBRGHKT. Now in this, if you can recognize, EA is there together both over here and over here, and OU is together here and here. Even HR is together here and here. So there's a pattern. So in these kind of questions, try to break the first word into pairs and label them. There we go. So now, as you can see, first there's EA, so there's 2. Then there's OU, which is 5. Then there's HR, which is 4. Then BR, which is 1. Then GH, 6. And KT, 3. So this is our code for this. Now let's try the same thing for distribution. So now we use the labels from breakthrough in distribution as well. So first comes 2, which is ST, then it's 5, DI, 4, BU, 1, DI, 6, ON, and 3, RI. So STTIPUDIONRI is the code for distribution. Fine. Now on to the next one. So now in the fourth example here, beat is written as YVZG. So how will mild be written? Now in these type of questions, you've got to see one thing. B is second from the first and Y is second from the last. Now you have to see if this continues. So E is fifth from the first and V is fifth from the last. Same way, A is first from the first and Z is first from the last. T is 20th from the first and G is 20th from the last. So now mild, in that M is 13th from the first, I is 9th from the first, L is 12th from the first, and D is 4th from the first. Same way, N is 13th from the last, R is 9th from the last, L, not L, sorry, O is 12th from the last, and W is 4th from the last. So our code for mild will be NROW. So this is how you solve these kind of questions. On to the next one. Also, I had one more thing I had to tell you before we go to the next one. Now, for us to actually click that B is second from the first and Y is second from the last, we need to know the numbers of the corresponding alphabets like thoroughly. And for that, I have a little tip for you guys. Now, you don't need to memorize every single letter. You can just memorize some of them, like 1 is A, 5 is E, 10 is J, 15 is O, 20 is T, and 25 is Y. You can remember all of these and add and subtract to get the respective alphabets. And if you want, you can learn the opposites of them as well. Like 1 is Z, 5 is V, and go to the fifth one. So in this example, grandeur is written as Nargrued, and how is preserved written in that code. So in this code, you will notice that all the letters are there. So like all the letters in grandeur are there in Nargrued as well. So there must be a code in it only. So let's see. G over here is here, R is here, A is here, and N is here, while D is here, E here, U here, and R here. So we can just draw a line here and say that this part can be interchanged and this part can be interchanged, and the result will be the same. So let's do the same thing in preserve as well. So here will be S, here will be E, here will be R, and here will be B, while here will be E, here B, here R, and here again E. So the code for preserve would be SERPEVRE. So that is it for today. These are all the 5 examples of the different letter codings that can come to you in Olympiads. Like this is the main base of them. There can be variations on these. I will do the other episodes and the other topics as well. So stay tuned for that. And like and subscribe if any of this helped you in any manner.